Hey Zoom family, I am back again, and this time with the amazing Courtney Ackerman, who's from Arizona. I first became aware of her through social media because I follow other jammers and I saw she's in their circles and everything. I was like, okay, this girl looks cool. Hopefully she'll come from Arizona one day. And then I got to see her at the 2016 convention when she was sensing John Gonzalez at his salsa jam. So I saw how she moves and how she works. I was like, oh, I can't wait till she comes to Texas. Then she came to Texas, but I was already scheduled for another jam when hers posted, so I was like, oh, I can't get to her jam. But now she's back, and this time as soon as I saw it posted, I'm like, I'm going. I'm going to make sure nothing else conflicts with it, but I'm going to her jam. So I finally get to come, and this will not be my last for sure. So she's in your neighborhood. You've got to check her out.
Thank you.
But you need to know more about her and why she's so amazing. So, how long have you been a Zoom instructor?
I got licensed in July of 2012.
Okay.
So I'm 5.5 years now.
Yeah. And time goes by so quickly.
Really quickly,
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Were you involved in any kind of dance or fitness background before that?
I was a competitive gymnast when I was really, really young, like 8 years old. And my gymnastics instructor actually told my parents that I needed to take dance lessons because my moves were very stiff and very rough because I was a tumbler. I did a power tumbling. And so my parents put me into dance classes, and then I got injured doing gymnastics, and so I started taking every class that I could possibly take. So I've been dancing and being trained as a dancer since I was about 10 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's where whenever you get to see those progression threes come out in the choreography, don't be shocked if something a little crazy comes out. It's just built into it.
Completely out of the box.
That's how it works. So what made you decide to go on and become a ZJ? Why did you want to try for that position?
I had some amazing ZJs that I got to take classes or jams with.
Who was your first?
Eric Aglia was my first
really?
jam ever, and it was an hour and a half away from my house. And I got in the car and I drove all the way across town and I took a jam with him. And then I got home that night and my husband was like, "So how was it?" And I'm like, "There is this cool job called a jammer, and I want to figure out how to do it." And then I was really, really blessed because my second jam ever was a co-jam with Eric and Elena Groupman, and so that was like the best of both worlds, and they both had way different styles, but a style that was very close and eclectic to mine. And I just loved everything that they did for the communities and that type of thing. And Zumba saved my life, so I wanted to kind of pay it forward. And I've been a choreographer all my life, so like this was a very natural transition for me. Yeah.
How awesome.
Yeah.
So it's all worked out.
Yes.
So how do you think, so becoming a ZJ, you go through such a rigorous training, how do you think making that change you as an instructor?
It made me a lot more aware of having to slow things down and building them back up. It just so happened that as I was going to ZJ training, I was also taking pro skills that weekend. And so I took pro skills, my favorite. Zins, go to pro skills. Please go to pro. But I was really lucky. It was the last LA conference that I took pro skills at. So my pro skills was with Steve Boot and Gina Grant together.
Oh, cool.
So I learned so much in that, but everything that I learned as far as a jammer was that really to keep it simple, and the more simple the choreo is, the more excited the students are going to get for it, and then they're just going to keep asking for that song again and again and again. So
I think that's one of the things that I see a lot. I like about the jam sessions is that you do keep things very basic and you don't bring out that higher progression until you guys always tell people, don't go to progression 3 till you're for sure everybody in the class can do this move. This is the entire thing. 3 weeks down the road, 4 weeks down the road, pop it out and shock them one day and watch them go, whoa, how'd you do that?
Exactly.
So that is like one of the great, best things about it. I love it so much.
Definitely.
What makes you choose songs for jam sessions? And where do you typically find stuff?
Oh, that's a really great question. I tend to be, I'm not a young jammer.
You know what? And people, I'm going to say that I have had my best experiences with people who are older jammers, because it seems just because of the experience. It's not, you haven't just done Zumba, you've seen and done things over a period of time, and so that experience comes in, and I think it makes your choreography so much richer and so much more interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. I tend to really gravitate towards the musicality of a song. If a song can grab my ear, I have like crazy severe music ADD. So a song has to catch me in 20 seconds or I skip to the next one.
Yeah.
So I like a lot of kind of medium to slower rhythms, but I like making my moves very, very big. So you're still getting the same type of workout, just as not as much crazy cardio and jumping.
Yeah.
I'm not really a jumping instructor. So.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna feel it the next day regardless.
Absolutely.
So when you hear songs you like, are you a person that starts seeing the choreography immediately, or do you like to just like listen and feel through it, figure out how it's gonna work with it?
I kind of do all three. I don't speak very much Spanish, so when I find a song in any language, I tend to A, look up the lyrics,
Yes.
and B, I go straight to YouTube, not to watch other instructors, but I go straight to YouTube and I go to the Vivo channels and I watch the music videos,
Yeah.
because I think the artists spend so much time working on the music videos to tell you exactly what they're trying to get across,
Yeah.
that I want to bring their feeling into my choreography.
And some of those videos, though, you don't want to bring into your classes because sometimes they're just a little,
They're
it's
a
not the strip
little-
club.
No, it's definitely not the strip club.
But no, because
No.
you can get inspired. Like sometimes they have some awesome choreography in there that's too complex for Zumba,
Yeah.
but you can scale it and bring that couple of those steps in to get
Exactly,
that flavor.
and sometimes it's just a matter of listening and getting the feeling of what the song is. Like, we did a song today in the jam session, Quédate Conmigo,
Yes.
and the music video is just beautiful and graceful, and
Yeah.
it's a really sad love story. So I wanted to bring all of that feeling into every move that I made with it.
Yeah.
So, but I go to Spotify, and that's where I get all of my music usually from.
Yeah.
And then I start checking iTunes and Amazon to make sure that it's available for you guys
Yeah.
as Zin members, because not everybody has Spotify. But that's
Yeah.
where I go every Friday morning. I teach at 10 a.m. But from 7 in the morning when I wake up until 10, I'm listening to New Music Friday every Friday morning. So that's where I get my music.
A lot of jammers are known for like always having a certain rhythm in their sessions.
Yes.
Is there something people can usually count on to get from you?
Cumbia, absolutely.
Cumbia.
I started as a cumbia jammer, so cumbia is my baby and my wheelhouse, and I like to do a lot of things outside of the box with it. So cumbia is definitely 9 times out of 10 you'll get a cumbia from
Yeah.
me. I'm also kind of known for bringing in top 40s with a Spanish remix type
Okay,
of thing.
yeah.
So like Shape of You, Spanish
Yeah.
remix, anything like that. Or doing a top 40 song, but finding the hidden Zumba rhythm underneath it, like doing a tango to something or doing a flamenco
Which
to
we
something.
did today,
We did.
which was like really cool. I was like, oh my gosh, I would have never put those two together, but it was really awesome.
Yeah. So
Really cool.
I'm known for that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. So see, more reason you can check her out. Things your class will never expect to see. Is there a style or genre that you are not very familiar with that you'd like to learn more about and bring into your classes?
I have 2 incredible best friends right now. Well, hopefully not just right now, but
Forever.
Forever best friends. My girlfriend's Aja Scott. She lives in Georgia,
Yep.
and Rhea Martin. She's a reggaeton jammer in Michigan. And the 3 of us together, we've been traveling around the country on a triad tour. The 3 of us, and they are amazing at like the Afro beats. I'm not
Yeah.
really like that's not really something that my ear gravitates to, but it's like the more that we're together and the more we dance, because we really complement each other. One person's strengths is another person's weakness,
Yeah.
and that's my ear's starting to go that way a little bit. So I would really love to learn how to get like outside of the box, because that's not something that you would expect from me. So.
Because there's a lot of really, I mean, I know some jammers that use a lot of Afro beats, and
Yeah.
some of the songs are just amazing. I'm like, I can't
wouldn't
hear
know
the
what
beat
to do
because the
with
beat's
it.
not,
Yeah.
it's not a straight click 4 beat. It's like
Yeah.
it's some weird taps in there,
Yeah.
and just feeling it and getting it. And that's
Yeah.
something, I understand what you mean. You hear ones, you just want to get into them deeper and deeper. but-
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm learning with those ones and
Takes a
getting
while.
more and more songs.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Oh, cool. I can't wait to see what you bring next time.
Thank you. Thank you.
What would you tell a Zen member who's never been to a jam session why they should get to one?
It's so much more than songs and choreography. It's a community, and you always get to, in Phoenix, a lot of the same Zen members are the ones that jam all the time.
Yeah.
So you look forward to jam sessions because you get to see friends from near and far and here and there. And it's a great place to network, especially for new Zen members who are looking to get their foot in the door somewhere, get into a gym. I can't tell you how many times I've taught a jam session and somebody has picked up an application or a job or something just by going into a jam session and making that connection with somebody else. So it's a great way to connect and maybe get some classes you never thought you would get.
True, very true. So there's a lot of instructors who get kind of territorial about the stuff they use in their classes. Like, I don't want anybody else using this song. I want to have the choreo. I want this only to me. Why would you tell those people that they should still come to a jam session?
To me, first I would love for those people to kind of get out of that mindset. There's no way that I could explain it to them to be like, hey, that's not how we should be. It's all about Zumba love. But to me, borrowing or taking choreo is the biggest form of flattery. If somebody's doing my choreo in a session, it means that they loved it that much that they kept coming to class and they kept learning it. I always tell them, just like with Zen volumes and everything else, coming to a jam session is a whole different experience. It's live, so we really get to show you how to break stuff down and build it back up. And the repetition is amazing, and we give you the songs 4 or 5 days in advance, so you're already listening to them, already memorizing them. And just like a Zen volume, you watch the Zen volumes, you do those in your classes, you're bringing a piece of High 80, or you're bringing a piece of Gina or Armando or anybody, Ricardo, into your classes. This is just bringing another piece of the puzzle into your class. Yeah. Because they can't always. I don't want my class to do Courtney all the time. My personal Zumba classes aren't even all of my choreography. There's 1 or 2 pieces from me. There's 1 or 2 pieces from Ronnie or John or Melly Kirkwood or Baby Aja or Ria. I have right now, I think my playlist has 8 jammers in it. So yeah,
that's like mine.
Jammers do the same thing. Jammers jam too. We always need new ideas. Jammers jam too.
Hey, borrow a few moves here and there.
Absolutely.
And it's funny because people, I tell people, you don't have to do the choreography exactly as it's given to you. Because I tweak things all the time. There's things I can't do, so I have to tweak it to make it work for me.
Yeah, what works for me isn't going to work for everybody. So I always tell people at the end of the day, you have all the tools. It's kind of like I tell them that it's your turn to put your stink on it. Like, you put your little style and your flavor that your class knows, because what I do might not work when I go to take somebody else's class. Right.
So it's one of the things, like, some people I know there's some people out there who get upset if another jammer does the same songs that we had in one jam session.
Yes.
I don't get mad. I get excited because there's usually something with the first one that doesn't work for me. It's just me. Now I fuse them. Like today we did this Cumbia Pop song that I have from somebody else, and I love the song and I love the choreography that I was given. I tried using it for my classes for several weeks. I couldn't sell it right or they couldn't get it right.
Right.
And so I pulled it out. But now I've got this other, and I can fuse the two together and make this custom choreo for me. Yeah. And it's going to work, and I know I'll be able to sell it now.
Exactly.
So I get to put my song I love back in my playlist.
I do the same thing with Zen volumes. I watch both sides. A lot of people don't understand that there's 2 choreographies to Zen volumes, and I watch the one-on-one just as religiously as I watch the live one, because everybody works so hard on that volume to get everything out. And a lot of times I'll do like A, B, and C here, but I pull like D out from something else and I put it together. Or I just I take 3 parts and then I make a part all by myself. Sure. So yeah.
And then it's yours and you just sell it.
It is.
So there's so you see a lot of instructors because you're everywhere and all about. If there's one thing you could fix for the majority of instructors you see, what is one correction you would give them just to make them such a better instructor?
Don't pull your toes up when you do cumbia front and back.
Yes.
No more digging heels.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
It's bad.
Yes. Yes. I see that all the time. I'm like, oh, it's killing me.
No, that's basically the one thing is, and that's another good thing about coming to jam sessions, because a lot of us are so knowledgeable about what's been changed. Some people haven't been to B1 in 8, 10, 12, 15 years.
And don't forget, your B1 as a Zen member, it's 50% off. So take it again every 3 or 4 years, because you'd be surprised what changes.
And I've taken 14 B1s this year.
Yeah,
so
wow.
I go and I help out, or I've taken a B1 from 9 different ZESs now, and I've learned something different at every single, I've learned something new to incorporate and bring into my classes in every single B1 I've been to. A different ZES has a different way of teaching something, and then something clicks in my head, and I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. But get to jam sessions, because we're on top of what the latest changes are on footwork and everything else, and we'll make sure that you guys are not injuring your students, and your students keep coming back for more.
And that's true, and I can say, because I've taken B1 several times, taken B2 several times, done tons of jam sessions. It seems like you guys are pushed harder by home office on corrections on stuff. It seems almost like, you know, the B1s and the pro skills and stuff, they're kind of set and they get tweaked along the way.
Yeah.
But I've seen changes in you guys like constantly. You can tell whenever a directive has been given, you guys are always being improved, constantly streamlining the jam session process.
We're really good about getting information to us, and then like implementing that information and bringing it out to you guys. I think another thing with jam sessions is we're really as close, for those that don't have ZESs that live nearby or in your state or what have you. Arizona, we don't have a B1 ZES that lives in our state. Ours flies in from California, so we're the local connection to home office for you. So like we have the biggest updates. So we have the newest updates, and we can get everything to you in a concise manner. You come to the jams.
See, the reason to come.
Yeah.
So last question.
Sure.
If you could be either features on the Zen volume, in a session at convention, with anybody in the Zumba world, who would be your dream person to collaborate with?
Oh my goodness.
Who's your favorite? It's okay to have a favorite. We all do.
It is okay to have a favorite. I love Marcy Benavides.
Yes.
So yeah, that would be huge and amazing. And she's a really good friend of mine, and we've gotten to know each other over the last couple of years. She's done some stuff in Arizona, and she has the most amazing sense of humor. She's funny. And girl can move.
And girl can cue too.
Yes.
I mean, when she's on a Zen volume, it's like if you miss that cue, you are so blind. Just stop. Because she's amazing. I love her so much.
That's who I would do.
Awesome. Okay, Marcy, if you see this, connect with Courtney. Make her do some of your convention, because y'all need to hook it up. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. This is Courtney Ackerman. Get to her jam sessions. She's in your area. She's amazing. She's awesome. You'll love her because I do. So see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Join the jam. Bye.